I'm Shannon,
And I'm Holly.
and this is a Girls Gone Curious podcast, where we talk about things that make us curious. So grab your favorite drink, sit back and relax because your show is loading. Today's episode includes strong language. This podcast is not suitable for children. Please listen with care. It is time for some Reddit stories.
I feel like it's been a while since we've done Reddit stories, but at the same time not.
Yeah.
Jumping into our first story, it is going to be, am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for not wearing a bra at home? No, we don't even gotta read it.
Exactly.
Context that I think is relevant. I am 28 female and married to 32 male. We live in a house that we bought together. For like 8 years, I haven't really worn a bra except to work or if I'm going out to a specific event, like a party or a wedding or a date, etc., or to do exercise. My husband hasn't seemed to have a problem with it until recently, and I'm not even sure it's him that has a problem. About 6 months ago, he told me that he was offering our guest bedroom to one of his work friends who was being evicted. Not his fault if anyone finds that relevant. Until he could find another place to live. So friend, late 30s male, moves some stuff in, sets up in our guest room, and husband and friend hang out basically 24/7. Husband has been acting different since friend moved in, which is why I'm unsure who has the problem. Friend had made no effort to find another place to live after 4 months, and husband was not charging rent until I asked him to. They came to an agreement last month, and friend has not made a rent payment yet. Onto the conflict. As I said above, I don't wear a bra except for certain situations, and being home is definitely not one of those situations. I'd like to be comfortable, especially in my own home. Husband came to me 2 days ago asking if I could start wearing a bra at home when friend is home. I asked why. He said so that I'm decent with another man around.
But he can walk around with his tits on display.
Most likely. I am never openly indecent when he is home, and I shut our bedroom door and our bathroom door when I shower and change for bed and work, whether friend is home or not. I am mindful of my appearance when friend is home, and I'm never without pants or a top, just braless. I asked husband why all of a sudden me not wearing a bra was indecent. He couldn't give me a good answer, and just asked again if I would wear a bra at home, and walked away. He is bad with conflict, so he often walks away when I push, then would not talk to me for the rest of the night.
And she's not pushing back, she's just asking a question, like why?
Yeah. Give her a valid answer,
Right.
and maybe she'll consider. I mean, I would say no. It's my home.
Yeah.
I can wear a bra or not. I asked again yesterday whether it was him or friend that was uncomfortable with me not wearing a bra at home. He said both. I remind him that he did not ask me if friend could move in, and that this was my home too, and I should be allowed to be comfortable. I asked him why all of a sudden it was not okay that I don't wear a bra, or if it was just something that had been bothering him this whole time. He was obviously mad, but would not engage with me anymore, and continued to ignore me for the rest of the day. Oh, I fucking hate when...
How fucking juvenile.
Friend has not said anything to me about it. but I could understand why he wouldn't want to. He and I don't talk much when husband isn't home. Even if he did, I would probably tell him to get over it because I live here too. And frankly, my comfort is more of a priority than his since he's been living in our house, eating our food for free for 6 months. Husband has been at work all day, probably avoiding the conflict like he always does. So I haven't had a chance to ask again. So, am I the asshole for not wearing a bra at home? Am I being stubborn or am I justified in my line of thinking?
Justified.
Yes. Edit. I was trying to keep up with the comments, but they started coming in way too fast. Thank you to everyone who took the time to give a constructive response. A couple of things I wanted to add before the minor update from tonight's conversation with my husband. I generally don't think husband and friends having an affair.
Oh. Oh. That didn't even cross my mind at first. Ah.
I'm sure a lot of you think I'm being naive, but that's just off the table. To the few of you who saw, I comment that this post is fake, and I knew you would come. Boy, do I wish you were right. Unfortunately, and much to my embarrassment, this shit is real. And if you had told 18-year-old me that this is where I'd be in 10 years, I would have laughed in your face. I'm not one to take shit lying down, but it's been tough out here and I'm worn down. Yes, this is real. To those of you asking for pics, F off. What the
fuck?
You know who you are, you nasties. The background info on friend living here for months and not paying rent was, in my mind, relevant because the way I see it, if he had been playing and contributing member of the household, I would have been inclined to take this issue more seriously. However, as he is not a contributing member, I find his opinion to be null. I am still unclear on who actually has a problem with me not wearing a bra at home, though. Husband is not a bad guy, I promise. However, while this specific bra incident alone is not enough to warrant a divorce, there have been other problems we have been facing that he has not been willing to work through, which I do think it's a contributing fact to the tension right now. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there's a whole lot more shit going on here than...
Yeah. If friend has not paid rent by the end of the month, I will be sending him away. Now for the small update. It's not much, so I hope no one was holding their breath for this. I sat husband down and told him that I would not be wearing a bra at home unless he gave me a good reason to. He said his reason was because he asked me to. I said that was not good enough. I asked if friend had made a comment or told him that he was uncomfortable, since we've been in the situation for months already, and it was not a problem until now. He said he would just prefer if I wear a bra when friend is home. I said no. I told him I was really unhappy with our living situation, in that not only friend needed to pay rent, but I needed him to contribute more around the house. I did not use the word divorce specifically, but I said if things did not approve, he and friend could have the house to themselves and I'd be out. He seemed to get the message. Time will tell if he takes me seriously or not. I hope this type of update is acceptable. Thank you again to everyone who took the time to help me see straight again. Comment number 1. Besides he's been living rent-free and not paying for groceries for 6 months, I think you said he should have a nice amount of money saved. You would know more or less how much he makes working along your husband. You need to tell your husband it's time for him to go. If not, he should go with him. Don't disagree with that. Comment number 2. Not the asshole. Might be time to tell your husband his boyfriend needs to move out, though. Wow. So, one of my thoughts is maybe his friend said something about her being attractive and he's jealous because of what his friend said.
That's what I'm thinking too. I don't necessarily think that they're hooking up, behind. I don't think he's cheating on his wife, but I do think I think that's definitely what the problem is he said something about how she looks like you said, like she's attractive or whatever. But if that's the case and the husband is saying, I need you to wear a bra at home, you can't freeball it either. So every time you want to just put on jammies or shorts, you better make sure you have underwear on. You can't just freeball it around here. It's so stupid to me. Like,
you know what? You got to wear jockstring because I have to wear a bra.
Right.
Because underwear is not the same pain as a bra.
It is not the same. Not even close. But
especially if you have big tatas like I do, the shoulder and back pain is no joke.
Yeah. No, I don't think she's the asshole, and I think he's actually being quite childish, not talking to her. The whole, because she brings it up, and we're only getting one side, but going off of this, she's literally just saying, like, why? And he's ignoring her because he's getting pissed off that she's asking.
And his reason is because I said so.
Oh, that's not acceptable.
There's something behind that.
Right.
Fucking grow up.
But not the asshole.
No, definitely not.
All right. Moving on to our second story is, am I the asshole for leaving my mom at the airport with no ticket and no plan?
Huh? I'm going to need some more information on this.
So some background. My mom was abusive growing up. It got bad enough that at 12, I left home through the courts and moved in with my dad. That decision fractured our family. I'm pretty sure your mom fractured the family, but
yeah.
On the court paperwork, under name of child, she wrote something like, I have no son.
What the fuck?
I've carried that with me ever since. I had little contact with her after that. Briefly at 17, again in my early 20s, and not consistently until much later. I'm now almost 40. I spent over 20 years drinking heavily and finally got sober in 2018, which is when I made an effort to reconnect with my family, including my mom. She's closer to 70 now and has zero contact with 2 of her 3 kids.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Reconnecting wasn't easy. When I asked if she ever reflected on the abuse, she told me I was an adult and needed to let it go already. Woo! That was a turning point. I realized any forgiveness would be one-sided. If I wanted peace, it was on me. Since then, our relationship has been rocky but present. We've had family reunions and even traveled overseas together for 3 weeks. We argue often, usually over small things, but we stayed in contact until this. Last summer, I invited her to my city to see a band she's loved since I was young. The plan was simple. She would arrive on Wednesday, we'd go to the concert on Thursday, she'd fly out to visit my sisters on Friday, and I'd leave early Saturday for my own trip. She agreed. When she arrived, she mentioned she'd only bought a one-way ticket and would book the Friday flight later. That made me uneasy, and I reminded her several times to make sure it was booked. I thought I was clear in my wording and tone that I didn't want anyone staying in my house while I was gone. Friday came, the concert was fine. Then she told me she still hadn't bought a plane ticket, and now with prices having gone up, she planned to stay a few extra days while I was away. I told her plainly, I'm leaving at 5 a.m. tomorrow. You need to get on that plane. I even offered to cover the extra cost. She refused and invited herself to stay at my place. That's when I said clearly that I wasn't comfortable with anyone staying in my home while I wasn't there. She accused me of not trusting her and said she was my mother. I said it wasn't about trust, I just didn't want anyone in my house. The argument escalated. Finally, she said, fine, take me to the airport. I think she expected me to cave. I didn't. I packed the car, grabbed my daughter, and drove her to the airport in silence. When we arrived, it felt like a standoff, like she was waiting for me to say, never mind, don't go. I didn't. I took her bag out, set it on the curb, and told her, if you can't find a ticket, let me know. I can help you pay for a hotel. Then I left. Months later, I'm still thinking about it. I don't think I stranded my mom with no options. I offered to cover the cost of the flight and hotel, but I did leave her at the airport knowing she hadn't booked a ticket. Am I the asshole? I have lots of questions. But Comment number 1. Think about your child. Do you really want grandma abusing them too? Comment number 2. So much this. And it's a lesson I need to learn also, because my own mother is emotionally manipulative and abusive, yet I still cave. It's an incredibly difficult cycle to break.
Going off his story, I don't think he's the asshole.
I don't think so either. I think there's a lot going on, and I'm actually surprised that the original poster continued to have contact or reached out again when the mother was such a piece of shit.
Yeah, and the fact of you're an adult, get over it.
Yeah, how can...
Abuse is not something you get over.
Right. It's possible to
move on,
heal, but it's not something you're ever going to forget. And I really want to beat the hell out of that mom.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah,
he offered to pay for the cost of hotel and plane ticket.
Right.
Yet she was so insistent on staying at his house.
Yeah. The comments pretty much summed it up, and all the questions I had kind of
faded out.
Yeah.
I don't think this person's the asshole.
No, I don't either. And actually, like I said before, I was surprised they reached out, but I understand the desire to reconnect with a family member, but sometimes it's just best to
not connect,
especially where they have children of their own
that they're ignoring.
Yeah.
Well, and there's a difference from when you connect and the person has changed.
Mm-hmm. Like the parent is not even like, yeah, I was shitty, I'm sorry. But no. I'm not. If they did apologize, it was like, oh, I'm sorry, I was shitty, but I'm not going to change.
But you're grown up, so you can get over it.
Yeah. That statement right there, I would have punched her.
I am surprised he kept in contact after that.
Yeah.
I personally don't think I could do it.
Yeah. I actually wonder if he's still
in contact with her?
After the airport incident.
Me too. I wouldn't even brought her to the airport. I would have fucking dropped her off somewhere else. Moving on. This is going to be a New Year's Eve story. This is Reddit Ask. Reddit, what are some fun things to do on New Year's Eve if you're not a big party goer under 21? Idea number 1. My son and his friends have always spent New Year's with me. We play board games and beat on pots and pans at midnight. Not where my head was going when they said mm-hmm. My son turned 18 this year, and I expected they would skip it this year. but they are all planning on being here and playing board games. LOL, now they are bringing their girlfriends. Edit. Thank you so much for the well wishes in silver, gold, and platinum. Comment number 1. This is my core group of friends. We all used to gather at my parents' place since we were all 15 to 16 years old. Continued through college. It's now been over 20 years we've been doing this. Things have changed. It is now wives, husbands, and our children ranging in age from 10 down to newborns. Some new faces have joined, some moved on, but the core has kept going. I recently got a job that makes me out of town every 2 weeks, and this year the schedule falls on me being on shift. My buddy is super bummed I won't be there. Keeps messaging, I should have taken the time off. Well, that's what everyone except my wife thinks is happening. About to leave the house and surprise the gang. Can't wait to see all their faces. Have had this planned for over 3 months. Edit. So far, a lot of surprised faces, but not everyone has arrived. Edit. Everyone is here. Drinks are flowing. Kids are playing. Food is plenty. Watching WJC, Can versus Rust, game. As people trickled in, I came around the corner for each group. Everyone had the same stunned look. Like, what the fuck? You're here? What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. Lots of smiles and laughs. Their tradition continues. Happy New Year's, everyone. Comment number 2. I really hope y'all make noise with pots and pans.
I love that idea. Like,
Yeah.
to continue, like when I was younger, like even when we would get together with friends and stuff, it was always, someone's house, and it was like the whole family, kids, grandparents, everybody. This New Year's was a little different because most of us were sick, but we still played some games, ate dinner, and crashed pretty much right after the New Year.
We were up for like an hour or two
Yeah.
after playing games.
That's true. It just felt like it was shortly after. But yeah, it was
Yeah.
a little bit different, but kind of the same. And that's, yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah.
And to continue something since they were 16, 15, 16.
That's really cool. I enjoy that.
And that you're still friends with everyone. It's really nice.
Second idea is to visit an older relative or give them a call to wish them a happy new year, especially if you didn't get to see them for the holidays. It may take just a few minutes or hours of your time, but it will mean the world to the person you're visiting or calling. Comment number 1. Just called all of my grandparents after reading your comment. Wonderful idea. Comment number 2. 3 years ago on New Year's, while my family and I were getting plastered together and remained hungover the next morning, my great-grandfather passed away. Oh.
Ow.
And none of us found out until nearly a day later. Hell, even a phone call will close out their year feeling better, and you'll definitely never regret it.
That's
Damn.
sad. It's definitely a thought matters situation.
Yeah.
But if I was to call all my grandparents, I would have to call them at like 5 or 6.
Yeah, because they all go to bed early.
Well, even my fucking parents go to bed at 8 o'clock.
I'm like, no.
My mom was talking to me. She's like, oh, what are you doing for New Year's Eve? Are you going anywhere, seeing the ball drop? And I said, I don't think so. And my mom's like, oh, by 9 o'clock, my eyes will be closed. And I'm like...
I enjoyed the one year that we went downtown and we did the ball drop. It was so cold, but I thought it was fun. I wouldn't mind going to another one. It's just this year with I had to work until 10, and then Yeah, there really wasn't a whole lot. I didn't want to go anywhere after that.
Yeah. Well, not to mention some of us were still getting
Yeah.
over a cold or
Yeah.
don't need to go out in the cold and
get worse.
Yeah.
Definitely not. Oh, yeah. And also it was different because since I was not home until 10, didn't go to grandma's and get the grinder sandwiches that she does every year. I mean, I still got some. It's just it was at home and not at grandma's.
Moving on into our next story, it's going to be confessions. This is confession to my wife. What are you going to confess about?
This one pissed me off. So,
Uh-oh.
yeah.
So I was talking to my wife and told her that my best friend got caught cheating. And what's your thoughts about that? She's talked about so many things. And then told me, wow, that's terrible. And her voice was calm, but had an angry tone to it. She wasn't mad at me, obviously, but she was like, if that happened to her, she would have just left that person, grabbed her child, and went to her parents' house. And she would have cut contact. No coming back, no forgiveness, no apology, no need for explanations or excuses. She said divorce would have been the only solution. She said faithful women trust their husband with having zero suspicions against them, and breaking the trust destroys the bond between them. She said she loves me, that you're faithful to her, and trust goes both ways without saying it. My wife has been faithful, loyal since day one, and she believes in marriage vows. My wife is pretty, 5'3", around 110 pounds, beautiful body, and is my type. That's why I married her. My wife doesn't drink alcohol or anything like that. I have a security cam in front of the house, but notice that she never goes out without another family member because she can't drive. My father usually takes her to grocery shopping when I'm not home, and sometimes my wife waited for me, and we'd both go out and get the errands done. I know what's coming.
Yeah, piece of shit.
One more thing. My parents live at my house sometimes, and other time they are at their house with my younger brother. My younger brother is single, but he plans on moving out in 2026 or maybe in 2027. Now here comes the bullshit.
It's like he added all that fluff for no fucking reason.
Now the problem is, I cheat on her all the time. My friend knows most of my secrets. I am scared. What will happen if she finds out that I cheated? Yikes. Oh my.
Yeah.
Also, she can't drive. She failed her driver's test 2 times, and she says driving isn't for her. We have a daughter together. I love my wife and my daughter, but cheating feels so thrilling.
You can't use love and cheating in the same sentence.
Oh my God. I can't tell her the truth because I can't risk my marriage. But I want to improve my self-control in 2026 and not cheat. But cheat is something I just can't control. What the fuck?
Yeah. I hope she finds out and she takes you for every last fucking cent you have.
How can you say that she's the perfect person for you, that she's your type, she has a perfect body, but yet go out and... Oh my God.
Yeah. And then say, oh, I love her and I love my daughter, but I'm literally going to destroy my family because it's thrilling. It's exciting. Such a piece of shit. Like that.
I was gonna try to control it, but it's just something that I can't control.
Yeah. Well, you can't control divorce either, motherfucker, and I would be so happy to help her figure out everything that she can get in the divorce.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like he's making an excuse, like there's no way she's gonna go because they have a child together and because she can't drive.
She's so independent.
Yeah.
Or she's so dependent on me
Mm-hmm.
that she can't leave me.
Bullshit. I hope if his wife is listening, or if I hope she found out, and I hope she left his fucking ass and took him for everything he owns.
Yes. Oh my, I just read, oh. Oh. Comment number 1. If this is real, you have no self-control, discipline, or morals. You're pathetic and immature.
Agree.
Mm-hmm. Comment number 2. You sound like a shallow and weak man who lacks discipline. Would you like someone treating your kid like that when she gets older? God forbid. You're putting very bad energy out there that will eventually cause collateral damage, and it will be your fault. Karma is real. And the OP piece of shit responded with,
Mm-hmm.
If my daughter's future boyfriend or her husband takes care of her, treats her well, and then yeah, that guy deserves to cheat here and there.
Go get fucked by a cactus, bitch.
Oh my fucking god, I hope karma comes back hard and punches him in the face.
Yeah. For the nicest terms possible.
Yeah, that's saying it very nicely.
You're literally going to shatter she will survive and she will come back stronger than ever. But you're literally going to destroy your family because you're saying, oh, I have these impulses and I can't control them.
And she's already said she's gonna, if her significant other was cheating, she was gonna cut contact and everything.
Mm-hmm. So she already has a plan, and I kind of wonder if she kind of knows, maybe, because she was very specific in her wording.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of wonder if she has to have an inkling of some kind. I mean, it's very... Well,
he would never do this, but if my husband came over to me and said, oh, my friend cheated, what do you think about that?
Yeah, in those specific words, I'd be like...
Are you sure it's your friend?
Yeah.
I mean, me and my fiance have talked about stuff like that, and we both agree is if we feel like cheating, then the relationship just needs to end.
Yeah, I don't understand the reason behind it. Like,
it's a thrill.
Get a divorce. Good freaking Lord. I mean,
obviously he likes being married and cheating because it's a fucking thrill for him.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I want to fucking punch him.
Yeah.
Oh.
He could, wouldn't it be a twist if it's not right either way, whether it doesn't matter, male, female, whichever, it does not matter.
Cheating is cheating.
Cheating is cheating. It wouldn't matter if it was the wife cheating or the husband cheating. They would both, either or, both equally pieces of shit. But what if the wife was actually cheating on him too?
Yeah.
How would he react if he found out his wife was out there sleeping with multiple guys?
I'm sure he would flip his shit.
Yeah.
Well, and the fact that he's always checking the cameras.
Yeah, that's weird too. Yeah.
Leaving or...
That's kind of weird. That's like... Oh.
And I think he gets off on her not being able to go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
She's like...
Oh, yeah.
He's like, oh, she can't go anywhere, so there's no possibility that she could cheat.
Yeah, he's definitely controlling in that aspect as well.
Little does he know that she's probably fucking Billy Bob Joe next door. You got a camera in the backyard?
Right.
Oh,
piece of shit.
Oh, that fucking pisses me off.
And then it totally floors me. And then to just be like, well, if my daughter's with a good guy, it's okay that he cheats on her.
As long as he takes care of her.
Yeah.
Well, that's not fucking taking care.
Yeah.
What if the person that you get with has fucking HIV?
Yeah.
Then you're gonna willingly pass it?
Mm-hmm.
Has there been times when you've gotten gonorrhea or something and have given it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking disgusting. And
yeah. Piece of shit.
Yeah.
So for confession story number 2, when I get spam calls, I tell them this is my work phone and to call me on my personal phone. I give them the phone number of an old friend who screwed me over big time. Kind of reminds me of the one where they put someone's phone number on like a key tag and then drop the keys all over the city.
I will say this dude probably deserves it and more.
Yeah, okay. As the title says, I get spam calls all the time. I am very polite and say that I'm sorry, but this is my work phone and I'm interested in talking with them, but I can only talk on my personal phone. The guy's phone number who I give seriously screwed me a couple years back after being lifelong best friends. Fuck that guy. Welcome to spam call hell. Edit. Okay, explanation time. So I've known this dude my whole life. We were best friends for 16 years. For probably the past 5-ish years before we parted ways, we dreamed of running a business together. He moves to another part of the state about 5 hours away, and one night he calls me up and says he found a business for us to run together. The time had come. He's found what seems like a perfect opportunity. So I pack up my bags, get my now wife, then girlfriend on board, and move to an area where we know no one, and I have no job opportunities. But it was my dream, so why not? Literally sign a lease, move my stuff into a house where we're sharing. The day after I move in, he tells me he's been working on another business, and it's taking off, and tells me without warning he's not doing business with me. Oh my God. It really hurt me, but he was my best friend, so I moved on and tried to make a life for myself in this strange place. Over the next couple of years, he starts hanging out with a new crowd, doing drugs, weed, and cocaine, and starts saying pretty rude things to me about how I've done nothing with my life and I'm becoming a real loser. I'm infuriated, but I didn't let him know that. Fast forward a few months, I set up a hard-to-plan weekend with all of my closest friends to come to our house, and at the end, I was to propose to my now wife. Well, the night of the big engagement, she said yes. I'm over the moon. What does he do? Invites all these new friends over and they crash the party. Do drugs in the bathroom, eat the food that I made from scratch for the night and only had enough for my friends. Then 20 minutes after all the food is gone and I have a new fiancé, he decides that they're going to go to a bar and ditch me with the mess and lack of food. I didn't tell him I was furious. Instead, I pretended everything was okay, letting him think he'd be my best man in the wedding. Then once our shared lease was up, I moved out into a new place with my fiancé. Again, I let him think he was still in the wedding. I send out invites and he doesn't get his. Wonder why. And I say it should be in the mail, but as the wedding gets closer, I talk to him less and less. Finally, I just cut him off cold turkey. No explanation. Complete and total radio silence. I did this because I wanted him to go the rest of his life wondering what happened and why I abandoned him. He didn't deserve closure. But I'm still mad. That's why I do this relatively harmless piece of revenge. Fuck him. Clarification. There was plenty of other stuff he did that I called him out on, but I always got those apologies that go, yeah, that's my bad, but you did this, so I'm not in the wrong, so you're bad. I fucking hate that. Like,
that's like petty revenge. Like,
yeah.
Oh, you did something, so I'm gonna do something. So you can't be mad at me because you did this first.
Yeah.
Which is why I did this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Which he didn't even have to clarify anything. Like, that in a nutshell, that was that would have been it for me too. He doesn't have to do anything else. Like, that right there would have been alone to be.
Especially the drugs, that's not.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking everything. It's just not.
Comment number 1. In the future, as you're building relationships with new potential friends, just remember this. When you try to polish a turd, you get shit all over you. Comment number 2. When I get spam calls, I always answer, "Hello, condom recycling warehouse." They hang up every time. That is hilarious. And the saddest part about all of, like, for that guy and his situation, the sad part for, not necessarily for that guy, well, I guess so, because he lost his best friend, but his best friend probably isn't ever going to realize what he did. He probably doesn't think he did anything wrong.
When obviously he did.
Yeah. I did not even know this was a category on Reddit's Without a Trace.
Me either.
I was like, interesting.
Are these actual missing persons?
Mm-hmm.
Our next category is going to be Without a Trace.
Shocking, since we do true crime, I know.
We gotta connect it somehow.
Right.
This is missing person story number 1. Shante Radiance Wiley Lopez, missing from Las Cruces, New Mexico, since July 11th, 2023. Her family reports that they received a phone call from her on July 12th saying she was in Juarez, Mexico, and that she was being held against her will. At the time of her disappearance, Shantez was 34 years old. She has numerous tattoos, including brass knuckles, stars and the name Daniel on her abdomen, a crown on the front of her neck, 3 stars on her right ear, a heart and the letter R on her right hand, and the name Leto on her left wrist. If you have any information, please contact the Donna Ann County Sheriff's Office at 575-525-1911.
Our second missing person story, 76-year-old Teresa de Jesus Enamorado was last seen in the backyard of her home on the 600 block of South Solomon Street in New Orleans, Louisiana, at 10:45 a.m. on July 31st, 2021. In August 2021, New Orleans Police Department news report stated Teresa's family could not find her shortly after she was seen in her backyard. The limited information in this post is all I could find on Teresa's disappearance. Teresa remains missing. If you have any information, please contact the New Orleans Police Department at 504-658-6030.
It is time for some creepypasta.
Yay! And it's daylight out.
Yeah. It's been so long since we've done creepypasta.
I know.
Did you find a good one?
I think so. I only read part of it.
Are we ready?
We're ready.
I'm a forest ranger in the Pacific Northwest. There's a reason we don't use sirens after midnight. I've worked in this part for 8 years. Most people think my job is rescuing hikers from bears or putting out campfires. But 90% of it is just making sure people don't find the things they aren't supposed to see. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
I'm not going in the woods after fucking 4 o'clock.
When you start the job, the veterans give you a handbook. It is not official government issued. It's a weathered, leather-bound notebook passed down from ranger to ranger. The first page has only one sentence. The forest has ears, but it doesn't have a heart. Last Tuesday, I was paroling the North Ridge, a place so dense with pine trees that the sunlight barely touches the ground even at noon. Around 1 a.m., my radio crackled. It wasn't a voice. It was the sound of a woman humming. It was a sweet, melodic tune, like a lullaby. The problem? I was 50 miles from the nearest campsite, and the North Ridge has been closed to the public since the disappearances in 1994.
Nope, I'm gone.
Are they in the Appalachian?
Yeah. It's the first thought I thought of when looking at it.
I pulled my truck over and listened. The hum started coming from outside the cabin. It was echoing through the trees, from the trees. I grabbed my flashlight and shined it into the woods. The beam hit the trunks, but between the shadows, I saw them. Uniforms. There were 6 figures standing in a circle about 20 yards away. They were wearing old Forest Ranger uniforms, the style we stopped using in the 70s. They were standing perfectly still, their backs to me. "Identify yourselves," I shouted, my hand hovering over my holster. They didn't move, but the humming stopped. In the silence that followed, I heard a wet, snapping sound, like someone breaking dry branches, but muffled. Slowly, the figure closest to me began to turn around. It didn't have a face. Where the eyes and mouth should have been, there was only smooth, gray bark. Its arms were long, multi-jointed branches that had grown through the sleeves of the tan uniform. I didn't wait to see the rest. I jumped back into the truck and slammed it into reverse. I sped away. I made the mistake of looking in the rearview mirror.
You never do that.
You don't do that. You just go.
Mm-hmm.
Keep forward. They weren't running. They were stretching. Their wooden limbs were elongating, reaching across the road like living vines. One of them managed to snag the back bumper, and the entire 2-ton truck jerked violently. I floored it, felt the metal groan until the branch snapped with a sound like a gunshot. I made it back to the station and woke up my supervisor, Miller. I was shaking, rambling about bark faces and uniforms. Miller didn't look surprised. He just poured me a cup of black coffee and pointed to the wall behind his desk. It was a row of framed photos of Rangers of the Year, going back to the 50s. I looked at the photo from 1972. There was a man smiling at the camera, holding a trophy. His skin looked a little too dry. His fingers were a little too long. And in the background of the photo, behind the celebration, you could see the tree line. Every single tree in that photo was leaning towards the cabin, as if they were listening. The forest doesn't kill you, Miller said quietly. It just needs more wardens. It likes the uniforms. It thinks they make the trap look official. I looked down at my own sleeves. I noticed a small green sprout popping out of the seams of my jacket. I tried to pull it out, but it didn't come. It wasn't stuck to the fabric. It was growing out of my wrist. I'm sitting in my cabin now. I've barricaded the door, but it doesn't matter. I can hear the roots scratching against the floorboards from underneath. The hum is back, and this time, it's coming from my own throat. I think I'm going to be the Ranger of the Year soon. Wow. Wow. Lesson here. Don't go into the woods.
Yeah. Especially if daylight is only like measured in like, not measured, but especially if daylight is only like even at noon, you can't see the daylight in the woods. No.
Mm-mm. I'll pass. I just stay at home.
Yeah.
That one was pretty good.
I'm glad we read that during the day.
Yeah. I'm glad we don't live in the woods.
But we're surrounded by woods.
But there's a nice pile of dirt grass. The woods is like over there and over there. It's not like... And we got a road there and a road there, so we're safe.
True.
We're in town, so we're not like in the woods.
Right.
We'll be fine, right?
Right.
Right?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Right? Well, I don't know. I mean, I was pretty terrified of that hornet.
I mean, it was yellow, so...
I've never been so terrified of a hornet in my entire life, and then to see that it's just a freaking sticky note flying through the air. I didn't drop my coffee, though. I was pretty proud of myself for that.
I just fucking busted out laughing. Oh, man. At least it was yellow.
Yeah, at least it was yellow. So sort of. Oh, and it has black writing on it. So that's my excuse.
Yeah.
With that is all we have for today. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions or comments, you can always find us on Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at Girls Gone Curious Podcast. Until next time.